How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And before we get started, we made some good money on Exela today inside of the private Discord. If you want to be a part of a community of like-minded individuals, then I highly suggest you check out the link inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So we're going to be talking about Exela today. It had a very strong day. We spoke about it previously and we're looking forward to seeing a bullish move, and that's what we got. So let's jump into the agenda. So the first thing that we're going to be covering is the news update that came out earlier in the morning. It's a good catalyst for Exela, and I know it did have an impact on the stock today as well. And then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know what are those areas of support and where are those areas that we want to get to so we can continue to see a strong move to the upside. Then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, are institutions still buying up a lot of shares? What are the orders as far as large, medium, and small? And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. So let's go over the news update for Exela. Exela Technologies Inc. shares were up 14% to $3.32 Monday after the company said it expanded its offering in AI-enabled automation in the business process automation space with intelligent document processing combined with its robotic process automation platform. Volume for the stock was 111 million shares at 12:30 p.m. compared with a 65-day average volume of 33.3 million shares. The stock hit its 52-week high of $7.82 on March 10th. The technology company said IDP enables the automation of document classification, data extraction, and data routing in a cloud or on-premise hosted service portal that provides a containerized, dynamically scaling solution that can be accessed from anywhere on demand. Exela said it has begun creating an extensive and growing library of machine learning-based classifiers that significantly augment the automation of document processing in the healthcare and public sector, and has plans to ramp up projects in the finance and legal sectors soon. So this is definitely some great news coming from Exela, and of course shareholders like hearing this, but also at the same time, we already know about the short squeeze potential that's in this play. So when you have all of this buying pressure and then you end up having some good news coming through, then you're going to see some institutions wanting to load up on some shares as well. So when you have a combination of all of these things that are going on, and the matter of the fact is, as far as AI is concerned and as far as automation, this is the future. Let's be honest here. So they're going to be helping out different sectors so they can be more efficient using the right data and having a system that can help make decisions easier. It provides a lot of values for the companies that they're going to be working with. So now let's jump into the technical analysis. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Exela. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.47, being up 19.24%. On the low, it tested $2.98. And then on the high, testing $3.63. And one of the things we got to do first before we get started is see how it's lining up with our indicators. You can see from the RSI down below, of course, it's in the overbought territory, being at 71.39, but this is of no surprise because it has been on a run. When we take a look at our indicators, we are well above the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So just to kind of take a look at what's been going down as far as today. So we already knew we had an area of support right here around this $3 level, and we were able to get to a high on the day of $3.63. So we could see we were able to fill up that gap, and it's part of the reasons why we ended up having a fairly strong move. So one thing I want to look forward to going into tomorrow is seeing how well it could hold up above 370. If it could hold up above 370 fairly well, especially at the end of after hours, then I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a move going to $4 into tomorrow. This could definitely happen in after hours, but for the most part, I feel this $4 is more likely to come tomorrow during regular trading hours, or we could see it in the pre-market as well. One clear area that we got to know as far as resistance is concerned, we do have some at $4.11, but if we are able to pass it and have more momentum and then get past $4.15, then you can see things can get very interesting here getting to the 4 54, 60 levels, and so forth. So if you're going to be inside of this play, I would just make sure whatever entry you take, you see there's a proven area of support, and then you just wait and make sure you have your strategy in place, your entry and as well as your exit. As far as for today, myself and other members inside of the private Discord had the opportunity to make some money on this play, so I'm pretty sure you're also doing the same as well. But before I actually close this video out, another thing that I want to bring to your attention, it's part of the reasons why we saw a lot of strength in XELA today, is also taking a look at the volume. We had 246.84 million, and on average over 10 trading days we have 227.06 million. So having above average volume does help when it comes to momentum in the stock. So that's one of the things I want you guys to keep your eye on, especially if you're in this play. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for XELA. So we can see here on the inflow we had 170, and then on the outflow we had 155. We had 44 on the large, 96 on the medium, and then 29 on the small. On the outflow we had 46 on the large, medium we had 82, and in small we had 26. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, as you can see here, for the past 4 days were all inflow days, except for today where it was actually an outflow day with negative 1.76. And of course, this is all in millions. So taking this into consideration, there were a lot of institutions who were buying, but we also had more that were selling. But at the same time, this is not a bad thing because we also got to take into consideration the retail side. There was a lot of buying in that sense as well. So gathering everything that we have, and as far as this information is concerned, is XELA going to be going to $4? It's looking very, very likely here. But one thing I want you to make sure of, make sure you watch the technical analysis so you do have a strategy. Like I tell, well, you know what? Let's jump into the final thoughts and I'll conclude what I was talking about. So for my final thoughts for XELA, this does look like a play that still has more room to run. Also, we need to understand when we last checked on Fintel, we saw the short interest was around 32%. When I took a look at the short borrow fee rate, it was just around 20% or just a little bit higher than that. So as far as anyone who is shorting XELA, you're definitely going to be paying a premium there. Another thing we need to understand, we saw a lot of large scale orders on both sides in regards to inflow and as well as outflow. So we have institutions who have been selling a lot of shares, but when we have a lot of institutions that have been buying up a lot of shares, and then we combine this alongside with retail that's buying up shares as well, then we end up having the price action that we saw today. I see there's continued strength going down inside the after hours as well. And again, this is of no surprise. We saw a lot of volume today, higher than on average. So these are one of the variables you want to make sure you keep an eye on, especially if you are inside of these plays. And also making sure that you have an entry and as well as an exit strategy. Will it go to 4? Yes, but many are going to be asking me, should I be putting my limit sell at 4? So instead of doing that, one of the things I like doing, I would say, you know, if you want to sell at 4, then put in instead, let's say about 397 or 399. Always go with those odd numbers. But what I'm saying here, can it go past 4? Most definitely. The technical, as far as that is concerned, looks really good and it's able to do that. But at the same time, if it doesn't, you want to make sure that you protect your profits. And in regards to the news update that we got from XELA, this is good to know. We know AI technology is going to play a big role in the future going forward, especially in the world that we're living in. So this is only going to be good as far as for the stock moving forward and as well for the company. Will the stock ever pull back at some point? Hey, we're going to have to wait. You already know I'm going to give you guys the update. We'll be talking real soon.